Don't you think with all my knowledge, all my expertise, I could have helped save Wanda?
No.
Why?
Because we do not trust you, Strange.
Your problem, Magic, is that you don't trust anyone.
Why should I? Where were you when Wanda was taken? What have you or any of the other Avengers done to rescue her?
I thought we resolved this already. There was nothing any of us could do.
No, you resolved it out of your mind. We acted.
And had you elicited my help, you might have succeeded.
Please, you Avengers would only have gotten in our way.
I suppose we'll never know now, will we? And people say Tony's ego's big.
Enough of this. I have to attend to some issues in Limbo. Someone has to make sure we have safe passage through space-time.
Now who is running from a fight, Illyana?
Hunter, hello.
I try not to be someone who equates youth with folly. I wish Illyana would not look at someone with a lifetime of experience and assume incompetence. Perhaps there was more I could have done to save Wanda, but until I get back into my sanctum, I cannot see everything I once did.
You must stop showing weakness, Doctor.
Excuse me, what did you just say?
It is not the loss of your prophetic abilities that has lost you trust among your colleagues, but your willingness to let them challenge you. The others, they smell your self-doubt and are treating you accordingly.
Enough. I allowed Magic to argue with me because of her relative inexperience. You have no such excuse.
Then I will take my leave.
Yes, I think that's wise.
Hey there.
I will see if I can find you a treat later.
We'll get started right away.
How's it going, boss? Starting coil extraction process. How's that for quality workmanship? How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine. Later.
This should be useful.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Okay, well, thanks anyway.
Hunter.
Back from your little field trip. I'm surprised Caretaker hasn't ripped you a new one yet. Going behind her back with the backup singers of your pop-punk band was really risky.
And if Magic and Nico needed to do it again, I would take the chance.
That's what I'm talking about. You should go buck wild more often.
There are no deer here.
I'm saying that what you and the Emo twins did back there was gutsy. I like that. Between you and me, I would have done the same thing. Not because I love causing a scene, but in our line of work, we need to bend the rules. Play fast and loose.
It depends on what the situation calls for.
The situation always calls for rebellion. We're the grunts who do the work no one else wants to do.
Perhaps you are right.
Oh, can you say that again so I can record it? I don't hear that phrase too often. If you ever want to break more rules with your little posse, count me in.
Hey. Let's do this. We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here.
Let's see if you're as good as they say. You are incapable.
See you around.
Salutations, Hunter.
No pain, no gain.
Hydra won't want to tussle with me now.
Later.
I wanted to apologize for last night. I just couldn't believe what you and the rest of the Sons did, and needed time alone to process. I knew I underestimated Nico's desperation to save Wanda when I realized she swiped my spellbook. I keep thinking, if I hadn't given up on her so easily, if I had listened to them, helped them, I could have prevented them from going out on their own and risking all. Do you think they are right, Hunter? Do you think I gave up on Wanda too soon?
Only you know the answer to that.
I just couldn't face her day after day. Not after what happened with Agatha. I wish I had been stronger. Oh, I can't help but be reminded of Lilith. Maybe if I tried to save her centuries ago, we wouldn't be walking the apocalypse we're in now. Well, I ought to pull myself together and face the day. Thanks for the word, Hunter.
Just like you wanted.
I'm here if you need me. Tell me you found something good. Let's crunch the numbers. Great intel. Bad news for the world. Let's fix it. I asked Tony if he had any material. Got some ops ready for you. I think I can handle that. Stay out of trouble.
Hi, Hunter.
Nico, what are you doing in Wanda's room?
What does it look like? Ilyana said this grimoire is filled with pretty powerful magic. There's gotta be something in here. Something to break the stupid spell your mother cast over Wanda so, you know, we can all go back to being normal. To being friends again.
If you intend on breaking Lilith's hold on Wanda, you're going to need to use magic as dark as hers. Are you up to that?
Have you seen me use the Staff of One? Yeah, not exactly the stuff of fairy tales. Unless you're talking about the creepy old original versions. You know, the ones that sound an awful lot like your childhood. Just because I don't go around broadcasting my dark side like some people do, doesn't mean I can't handle my fair share of dark magic. I know what I'm doing.
I never said you did not.
It all made sense in my head. We'd find Wanda, smack around a few Hydra dirtbags, bring her back to the Abbey, and Caretaker would bake her a cake. I wasn't exactly envisioning Wanda trying to murder us. Or you trying to do the same thing to her.
Wanda is fallen. It is time to accept that she is our enemy.
How about you accept that I'm not giving up on her, like ever? Well, unless you have anything to add to this free Wanda brainstorming sesh, I should get back to her grimoire. I'm not leaving one page unturned until I find a way of bringing her back to her senses. Till then, later.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Oh, we can do that.
You don't have a lot of time. Take down anyone standing in your way of that truck.
That does not sound like much of a challenge.
I'm going for it!
They cannot possibly match your strength. I'm on it. I am impressed. That's some move.
Here we go! Right, feeling it. This one's for you.
That's not good. Situation is under control. I've been...
Order just came in.
Enemy reinforcements inbound.
Target the truck and take it out. It shouldn't be that hard for a bunch of superheroes.
they have got help. Don't waste the opportunity.
They're not going to hang around much longer. Disable that truck before they start moving.
Nice work. Oh, this should be good.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
This should be fun.
That truck is tougher than it looks. Finish it off while you still have a chance.
Lilith herself could not best me. What makes you think you will fare any better?
You know, you're pretty good at this. I think you got it.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face. World didn't end yesterday. That's on us.
A few of us are meeting up tonight. It's a book club. You're probably busy, but if not, the others said I should invite you.
A book club?
Yeah, I didn't figure the great and powerful hunter would be into a book club.
I am less of a book reader and more of a demon puncher.
That's kind of what we read about. Anyway, I'm headed to the meeting. I doubt it's your thing, but if you're interested, you could tag along.
After you.
Okay, then.
Blade's giving you the stink eye. Or maybe he doesn't like the punch. Either way, I think he wants to speak with you.
Here's how this works. We pick out a book, we read the book, and then next meeting we talk about the book. It's my turn to pick, so give me a minute. I need to narrow it down.
What kind of book is a book club book?
The good ones, that's the plan at least.
You are being evasive, and I do not know why.
This is technically our first meeting.
Huh. I thought this was a regular thing you did.
Yeah, I want it to be. Doesn't matter how sharp your weapons are if your mind is as dull as a brick. Just give me some space. I need to find the right book if I'm going to. I need to pick the right book, okay?
All right.
This is the first book club I've been to that didn't devolve into a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Must have been some book club.
A few years back, Bruce and Tony started an Avengers literature circle. First book chosen was Banner's favorite. Tony hated it. Said it was the worst poetry he'd ever read. That a mascara-blinded lab monkey could have written it better. I still don't know what that means. Turned out, it wasn't Banner's favorite book. It was Hulk's.
Oh no.
We lost 2 floors of Avengers Tower before he calmed down.
What happened next?
Black Widow invoked the "this is why we can't have nice things" rule and banned book clubs from meeting at the tower.
I hope I have time for this. I used to be in one of these with my friend Jess, but it fell apart.
What happened?
I got reassigned, she had a kid, aliens invaded, the usual.
Aliens?
Yeah, it's been a busy decade.
All right, I made my decision.
So what is it going to be?
The first book we'll read for book club will be The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Ooh, a classic.
Yep, that's an old book.
Way older than The Hunter.
Ah, The Art of War. I read that when I was 12.
Well, then you could reread it. See if you gain a new perspective. Our time is tight, I get it. But stop by the library and read the book before the next meeting. But I hope you read the whole thing. This book is one of my favorites.
The katana gave that away.
Yeah, I'm always around if you want to chat about it.
Nah, I'll save it for the next book club.
I could chat about it.
Nah, I'm good.
What did you think of the meeting?
Seems like a great way to get to know each other.
See you later.
Next time, then.
I admit, I like the low-pressure approach we're taking to book club. These things should be fun and informative. Not the high-stakes powder keg of the Stark and Banner book club regime.
I think that went well. Carol seemed to enjoy herself. What do you think?
Blade, did you start a book club so Carol would join it?
No. Yes. Sort of. We were talking about books, and I may have suggested the two of us read a book and talk about it. Captain America overheard and expressed interest. Carol said I was starting a book club, and he asked if he could join.
Then what?
What was I supposed to do? Say no to Captain America?
I barely know Captain America. I can tell him he has to leave book club.
Are you crazy? He and Carol are friends. And besides, you balance him out, you know? Glad you came, Hunter. But don't forget to do the reading.
All right, I will.
I'm not kidding.
What are you up so late reading?
The twisted brain drippings of that psycho Faustus? This journal is like a love letter to Aleister Crowley, the Necronomicon, Jack the Ripper, and Charles Manson. All remixed into some nightmarish open mic poetry. I'm going to be up all night trying to make sense of it. See if it helps us find our way back into the sanctum.
There is no offense worse than poorly written poetry.
Maybe my open mic poetry analogy was too generous. It's not even good enough to be bad. Makes me miss those 12-hour poetry slams in the East Village, and I thought that was torture. Check this out. Lilith, your name is a black hole for men like me to lose their souls. How I await to be suffocated in your arms, choke on the dark tendrils of your hair. Murder me, goddess, and I will help you murder this dimension.
Someone should warn my mother.
Oh yeah, poor Lilith. Even she can do better than Faustus. All I can say is Hydra's got a real HR problem on their slimy hands. Well, I ought to get back to burning the midnight oil. I got about 400 pages to go of this crap. I'll let you know what I find out.
Salutations, Hunter.
Do you find life in the Abbey different than before?
Very much so. I've read more since I arrived here than I did in the past 5 years.
You are a sorcerer. I thought you loved books.
I don't speak of tomes or grimoires, reading for pleasure, an escape from life's harsh realities and myriad travails.
I bet I can guess your preference.
Go on. To what genre am I most partial?
History books.
And what sort of history?
Your preference is fictional history.
Correct. I am most partial to historical fiction. But do you know why? The question that most intrigues me is, what if? So much of reality shifts when you alter certain crucial choices. With effort, I can watch these realities play out. But I find alternate realities far less entertaining than the fictional histories imagined by others. A pleasant time for all, I hope.
Hunter, stay a while. I do not want to be alone.
Your mastery of the portals is incredible.
It's all blood, sweat, and tears. Mostly blood.
They say the Pacific Ocean has no memory, Hunter.
But you are looking at the Atlantic.
Really? Well, that explains so much. Just think. A few years ago, I was just your quintessential 98-pound high school freshman weakling. Even the lunch ladies used to shake me down for milk money. Now look at me, hanging with the legendary Hunter and the Midnight Suns in their super-secret Atlantic Ocean base.
We are happy to have you.
That's just it. What if that radioactive spider had decided to chomp down on someone else's behind? What would old non-arachnid me be?
Perhaps the universe needs a Spider-Man, Peter. Perhaps that spider bit you for a reason.
Now that's a stretch. If I hadn't stopped to pop a breath mint because I didn't want MJ to smell the onions on my breath from that chili dog Flash dared me to eat in front of the museum, the spider would have missed my keister by 5 seconds. It's all just random chance.
The people whose lives you saved may feel otherwise, myself included.
You know, Hunter, I've been to a lot of truly amazing places since I put on the old spider tights. Way beyond my little neighborhood in Queens. But when all is said and done, there is nowhere I'd rather be right now than here with the rest of you.
What is that strange ripple in the air? It is not quite wind.
I knew you would sense it. It's the transmigration of life essences from one level of existence to the next.
Human souls?
No. Insects, birds, other creatures. The Abbey is a waypoint where the veil between planes is quite thin. During quiet times such as this, you can actually feel it happening. I didn't want you to miss it.
I am assuming this is not your first transmigration, Doctor.
No, not my first. 19 years ago, I stumbled across my first such occurrence in a field in Eastern Europe. I was unprepared for the totality of feeling. To actually feel the persistent nature of life was quite humbling. It also reminds us of what's at risk of vanishing completely if your mother gets her way.
Indeed.
But I have a feeling that with a life force like yours in play, that won't happen.
To snap Lilith's hold on Banner, we're gonna have to get creative.
Caretaker really commands a presence.
I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is intriguing.
How's it going, boss? Starting coil construction process. How's that for quality workmanship? Find more coil, send it my way.
I want to share something with you. Something I have never shared with another.
Magic,
When I was at Professor Xavier's school, I would listen to this album in my room all the time. Sometimes for many days straight.
Why?
There is not much music in Limbo, Hunter, unless you count the distant screams. But in this world, there is so much music. It is everywhere, which can be just as frightening sometimes. Limbo taught me it was best to be alone. It is how I prefer things.
You are not alone now.
Good, you noticed. The others would not understand. But I know you will, as we both have so much in common.
Limbo may appear to some like a nightmarish place, but it was your home. Do you...
miss it? Sometimes, yes. I miss the power I had there. The absolute control. It is the only childhood I remember now. This record reminds me of what it was like to be young and invincible.
Then I look forward to hearing it.
Okay, enough talking. Let's listen to the album now. The second hour is when it really gets good. Caretaker's not spoken a word to me all day. It's been lovely.
Good morning, Hunter. Got a minute to chat?
You wanted to speak, Captain America?
Please, call me Steve or Cap. I know I'm a newer kid on the block, but I'm noticing some major divisions within this team. All the interpersonal drama is pulling focus from the real danger, Lilith.
Conflict is to be expected with such strong personalities. However, it must be properly mediated.
Some fighting about who drank the last of the coffee or over who gets to have the remote is normal, but going rogue doesn't work. We have to level with each other, no matter how painful or uncomfortable it is. Look each other in the eye and speak our minds. Next time you want to bring a very irate Wanda Maximoff back to the Abbey, we do it together, as a team. Don't forget that you're the only one of us who's beaten Lilith and paid the ultimate price for it. You stand out here as a leader. The Midnight Suns, Strange, Carol, Tony, even me. We all look to you for our cues. It's a responsibility, and it's a tough one.
I have been a weapon all my life, to be wielded and directed by others. Leadership ability is not my forte. I would appreciate a few pointers.
Just the fact that you're willing to learn means you're on the right track.
Perhaps I can figure out how to lead as I go.
Yeah. We all have to do that to a degree, but it's gonna take more than winging it to see us through. Everyone else is wandering around trying to figure it out. Leaders need a direction. Finding true north, and forging ahead despite the obstacles. That's what it's about. And believe me, it's tough to get everyone marching in the same direction. You've already made the ultimate sacrifice once before. I've been there. I know what it's like to be asked to do it again and again. It doesn't get easier, but you get stronger and better at making the hard calls. I've given you a lot to process, but let's pick up this conversation again soon. Today's a good day.
Why is that?
Heard back from Gloria's family. She did custodial work at Avengers Tower. They say she'll make a full recovery.
She was there when Hydra attacked?
Yep. The ceiling collapsed before her EPS could fully activate. She had some broken bones in her legs. I worried her injuries might be permanent.
I have never heard of an EPS.
Employee Protection Sphere. About the size of a walnut. If you wear it inside Avengers Tower, it automatically envelops you in a protective plastic sphere should structural integrity fail. It has a 24-hour air supply and Wi-Fi hotspot. Tony wanted to call it the hamster wheel, but Carol's crash belt caught on first.
Sounds expensive.
Very, but it's worth it. The people who work with us aren't cogs in a machine. It's unfortunate, but Avengers Tower is a target. Anyone who works there knows the risks. The least I can do is give them the time of day. I'm not the kind of person who does the least of anything. That was a great time.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Nice to get some fresh air. Hardly any cobwebs or ghosts out here. I can see why you did that. Let's do this. We need any advantage we can get. I'm ready when you are. Just remember the most. There are no rules. Peace.
Nico, Magic, how are they?
They're holding up, all things considered. But I wouldn't expect them to thaw anytime soon.
Any new leads? Beginning decryption sequence.
Dr. Faustus's ramblings.
Pick your target, Hunter. Bye.
It's always good to see you. Captain Marvel swears she can see threads of Dr. Faustus's plan.
Ready for more? We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here.
Awesome! Can't wait to see how this goes down.
All right, then.
Hey, can I ask a favor? I fear Miss Minoru is her own worst enemy.
How so?
She tries to take charge of the Midnight Suns, but she won't decide for anyone. For her, it must be a consensus before she trusts herself to move forward.
So? Most of us are blind to our faults. At least Nico is aware of hers.
Are you saying you could recognize your own tendencies towards self-destruction?
I rely on my companions to reveal what I cannot perceive.
Interesting. Should they ever present themselves, I shall. Let's endeavor to meet again soon.
Time for a quick test run. I think they like me. Sure, why not? It really is a great way to stay in shape. Shouldn't have pissed me off. Wow, that's embarrassing. Here we go. Oh, that? It was nothing. I'm saving my energy. Nothing personal. Okay, maybe a little personal. Let's do it. Precisely what I needed. This should help a little.
I'm a catch and release kind of.
I don't believe anyone can make sense of Dr. Faustus's ramblings.
Hunter, it was a pleasure to spend some downtime with you.
Hello?
Hey kid, a mutual friend needs our help.
Logan? But how did you get...
I have my ways. Look, you want to help or not?
Depends on the friend.
Aurora Monroe.
Oh, of course. I'm free now.
Good. You know where to find us.
Where the trouble is.
Eliana, thank you for coming.
Aurora, you can always count on me.
A friendship for all seasons is a powerful thing. Thank the goddess for that. We miss you at the school. You are always welcome home.
I found my home with the Midnight Suns. But that does not mean I leave friends behind. What is the problem?
A year ago, the professor detected a mutant living here with dormant abilities. I met with her, a fierce young woman named Dahlia, and invited her to attend Xavier's school. She declined. The orphanage was all she knew. I came here today to see if she had changed her mind, but according to the orphanage, she disappeared 3 months ago.
Let me guess. As soon as her powers manifested.
It's my fault. I didn't want to push her, to take her away from the only place she felt safe. I thought she could hide in plain sight a bit longer. I was wrong.
You did what you thought was right. As you always do.
Dahlia would never harm another person. And now she slipped through the cracks. Another ghost in the wind.
This city is not kind to its ghosts.
Especially not when it's infested with vampires.
That's why we're gonna find her before they do.
They already found us.
Protect the children, at any cost. As if preying on the innocent wasn't enough for them. They come for the most vulnerable.
I would call them cowards, but they are just mindless scavengers looking for an easy meal.
I've got something they can chew on right here.
Ah, Logan. Together again. Just like old times.
Looking at me?
I am ready. You are nothing compared to the things I have seen and killed.
Attached to that face.
That will do.
should have been more vigilant. Dahlia was on her own here, alone with her burgeoning abilities.
There was only so much you could do.
All of them.
It seems a requirement of our upbringing to face such
It falls to us to ensure that doesn't happen. Not anywhere.
Want it done right, gotta do it yourself. Now it's my turn.
I'm glad to see you're representing the X-Men properly.
Consider it done.
Crude, but effective.
I will give up?
It ain't even satisfying tearing these things apart. I can't tell if they even care.
They may not care, but whoever lords over these pitiful creatures will miss them.
Probably making more as quickly as we end them.
You're just a ray of sunshine today, kid. That's the magic I know.
Are you prepared?
That must have taken practice.
This is what you came for.
Good work.
Brace yourself.
Whatever works for you.
least we got here in time to protect the children.
Why bother protecting society's dregs? It is beneath your stature.
Beneath me, all I see is you.
The new breed vampires are an evolution, just as mutants were before them. But vampires continue to grow. Mutants remain tethered to humanity, a broken branch on the evolutionary tree. These cast-offs are not your family. They are fuel. There is a food chain. And it is time we ate up. Surely you see it. Just as mutants push sets of the ash heap, so too will this new breed. It is the natural order of this world.
There is nothing natural about
Seeking to dominate humanity does not speak for us.
Ah, that is your mistake, not mine.
I'll rip you a new one.
Very effective.
Done waiting.
We will never forsake her. You are not my equal. I will waste no more time.
Crazy.
There is.
Got some more flunkies coming in.
If you were truly evolved, you would see how your actions against those who cannot defend themselves are misguided.
Oh, does humanity shed a tear for their countless meals? Do they care about their meat?
One does not justify the other. Your mind is twisted.
Or maybe I am seeing things more clearly than ever.
Look to the skies.
Nice move, bub.
You will suffer.
They would still battle the elements?
Prepare
you're ready. You picked the wrong one, bub. Should do the trick.
More. So it's
I call to the elements.
your end.
One of ours took a hit. Hardly breaking a sweat. About time.
Pain is only temporary.
As they say, it gets the job done.
We fear death.
This will
How long we did do that? Whatever gets the job done.
With every fight, my power grows.
This world has a our time you will suffer.
It seems they have brought more friends.
As mutants, you should understand the struggle my kind has faced better than anyone.
You chose to these creatures. Our paths are nothing alike.
I chose to move beyond the limitations of humanity, and I have no regrets.
Just what I need. Bad luck for you. You ain't good enough for me. Get It just keeps getting easier. I owe you one, bub.
To the slaughter.
They're as good as done.
It was your time.
The forces of nature conspire against
Whatever gets the job done. That must have taken practice.
Here I am. That will do. Accept your fate.
We haven't even gotten started yet.
Kiss it goodbye.
That will not be enough.
Stay down.
Whatever works for you. They're not willing to accept defeat.
Nothing to get worked up about down here.
The elements bow.
How long have you been waiting to do that?
more than enough. You may regret that.
Their intentions haven't changed.
Now for something real special.
Our long wait.
Here comes a few more.
You and your friends will suffer together. No respect for mindless followers. I shall never cower.
Not done with me.
Maybe you're as good as they say.
We prevail. For now. Drop! That was a quarter of my power. I'm glad the training stayed with you.
The danger room left an impression. As you did with Sin. She won't be back.
It's why she was here in the first place that concerns me.
Agreed. This is bigger than us. If we're going to take on Sin...
And find Dahlia.
We need reinforcements.
Most of the X-Men are off-planet dealing with the Shi'ar brood war.
Don't worry. The Midnight Suns will help.
Storm, is it?
Indeed. You must be the hunter. Magic told me about you.
Why does that make me nervous?
Nothing but good things, I promise. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. I must say, this place is unlike anything I've seen before. There is an air of mystery and wonder, but it feels welcoming and safe all at the same time. How curious.
The Abbey is special. It even holds secrets that I have not uncovered.
Sounds unique indeed. I can already see the similarities between here and Xavier's school. Speaking of, what do you think is the most interesting part of the Abbey?
I grew up in the Abbey, but I'm still discovering new things about my home.
It's all part of getting older. Perspective gives us a new way of looking at our surroundings.
Can perspective open doors which require passwords?
No, sadly not. Apologies. I have been dominating the conversation. Have you any questions for me?
Yes, I have a few.
By all means, ask away.
Can you tell me about your background?
I won't go into too much detail, but I was left orphaned as a child. I learned how to fend for myself and became a skilled pickpocket.
You stole from others?
To survive, and it worked. I scraped by. After a few years, my mutant abilities presented themselves, and I was approached by Xavier to join the X-Men. The rest is history.
I feel like you were leaving some parts out.
Perhaps. My past is just that. It is behind me, and I prefer to focus on what is ahead.
I saw bright lights coming from your hands. What was that?
It's a little complicated, but I have the power to control the weather and atmosphere. What you saw back there was electricity.
Wow, that is amazing. Now I understand the meaning behind your name.
Thunder and lightning don't roll off the tongue as easily.
You said your powers are complicated. May I ask how?
Maybe I'll go into full detail another time, but let's just say I can't mess with Mother Nature too much.
I see. Like checks and balances?
Exactly.
What is your given name?
Aurora Monroe. What about yours?
The Hunter.
Short and sweet. I like it.
Does your name hold any significance like mine does?
I was told it meant beauty. A little embarrassing, but I understand the intent.
I changed my mind.
The offer still stands.
Sin messed up big time trying to fight magic. Heard Storm put her in her place.
Magic must really admire.
Anything else on your mind?
Thanks, Carol.
See ya.
real shocking turn of events, eh, Hunter? The storm...
Shop class tonight. You free?
I am ready.
Right on.
Good instincts, but you want to tighten up the array.
Like this?
Close. Here, I can show you.
What's all the, new equipment?
Ah, the supplies? No need to thank me. Donated to the cause, courtesy of 5 Stark subsidiaries.
Wow. It's really something.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but just take what you need. I'll clear out the rest. I promise.
Awesome. That's great.
Huh. What is wrong?
It's nothing.
Did you know Tony planned to do this?
No. Did you?
Nope. Maybe he can tell us what's going on.
How's it going, boss? Ready to get your hands greasy?
Tony, why did you bring all this equipment?
Really? The old stuff has a junkyard horked up in an 80s machine shop vibe. Why, were we supposed to vote on it?
The supplies are helpful, but we could have used a warning.
Yeah, I should have sent a message to your Sparks. My bad. I'll call a mulligan on this one.
What is a mulligan?
It's a... I'm gonna say it's a type of, carburetor.
Good to know.
So, about this situation, I get it. We're bumping elbows. But you kids are doing good work here. Whatever you want to do, I'll support it.
I spoke with Tony about the equipment. He says he wanted to support shop class.
That's all?
He did not lie, but I am uncertain he told the whole truth.
Good to know. Look, you came here to make something. Don't keep Parker waiting. I guess I'll keep an eye on Tony. Make sure he doesn't do any crazy rich people stuff.
Like what?
We don't want to find a champagne waterfall in the break room, you know? Actually, that would be tight.
Glad you cleared that up with Tony. Now we can get to work. Now that we know Wanda's a threat, you'll need an edge if you face her again.
What kind of edge?
Nothing that involves her coming to harm. We're looking at ways to protect you from her abilities.
How is that possible?
Our first prototype keeps you connected to the real world in case Wanda alters it around you.
Like an anchor, tethering me to reality?
Exactly. If Wanda alters your reality, our second prototype alters it back. Robbie got the idea from his spirit of vengeance. I think the prototype is powered by Hellfire, so best not to jostle it.
Like a button I press to reset her alterations. Or a broadcast interfering with her own transmission?
Perfect, you got it. All right, components. Let's see what you have for me.
I do not have everything you need.
Oh, don't worry, we'll try again next time. So, are we good to go on this project?
I am ready.
You ready to leave?
I am ready to go.
That's good work. Well done.
Thank you for offering your aid, Hunter. Hello, Hunter. I hope you are well.
I was hoping to ask you some questions.
By all means, ask away.
I changed my mind.
The offer still stands.
So, what do you think of Storm?
I am eager to work alongside her.
She has that effect on people.
Even on you.
She was my mentor. Of course I respected her. But it had to be earned first. Some leaders blather on to avoid making tough decisions. But not Storm.
She did not go into much detail about the extent of her powers, but they sound impressive.
Impressive? She is 100% grade A badass.
100 badasses. Got it.
You are hopeless.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
I'm quite pleased with these results.
Hey, Hunter. No problem. You're welcome, Hunter. Later.
All taken care of.
I think I can handle that. Great. Now we're making progress, people. What's the latest intel? Let's crunch the numbers. Fascinating info here. And by fascinating, I mean I want to blast these creeps to the moon. These are the current priorities. Stay out of trouble.
Hunter, hello.
Ready for a pounding?
Think Dr.
My lucky day, huh? Let's do it.
Later.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
What's up, Big H?
Any progress on the journal?
If by progress you mean genetic experimentation recipes, demonic incantations, and what Strange here thinks is some sort of, wait for it, Lilith fanfiction Faustus wrote in a 10,000-year-old dead language...
Ancient Atlantean.
Then sure. Tons.
I actually speak a little Atlantean.
Ti o mile oth ep isif?
But I did find this.
A hole?
We think it's a shipping facility. Or smuggling. Faustus may have been a demented loon, but the man kept some pretty detailed records.
Possibly for stealing. From me.
Via the hole.
Let me guess. That's why I'm here.
Well, given the nocturnal and clandestine nature of this operation, as well as your experience in dealing with subterranean affairs...
I'll bet. Ever wonder why you people only come to me for the dirty work?
Because you are a vampire? You sleep in the actual dirt? Or a coffin?
I mean, there's sort of a point buried in there. Sorry.
Let's go. Sound like a diva, but just once, I would like a mission on a tropical beach.
Checking out a big dark hole in the ground does not excite you.
Combing through Faustus's twisted ramblings wasn't the easiest job in the world, but Captain Marvel did manage to find a spot of particular interest to the late Doctor. Judging by the Hydra activity we've picked up in the area, I'd say she's onto something.
Carol never fails to impress. You're never. Big hole.
Big horde of Hydra.
Think we finally found out how they're smuggling artifacts out of the sanctum.
Good. Then there must be a way to smuggle ourselves inside. Let me guess. Stealth not your style?
I'm a vampire, remember? We invented stealth.
You might want to tell that to them.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Not a problem.
If you're done showing off, why don't we move on Hydra and put an end to their artifact smuggling operation for good?
No problem.
Follow my movements. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time.
Here it comes. Now that was something.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
I'm on it.
For victory!
That wasn't very nice.
Shot.
Time for the real thing. You're gonna remember me.
They're not quite ready to give up just yet.
According to our thermal scans, this hole branches from here across the entire city. What the hell was Faustus doing down here?
You would have to ask Crossbones.
Hail that!
Even the Mother of Demons is forced to rely upon hired hands occasionally. Let's give it a go.
For the mother!
You're in trouble now.
I've been...
Regroup and await reinforcements.
Hydra has always sought power from the occult, but this feels different. It's one thing to steal artifacts, but this entire setup feels like a distribution center. Distribution to where?
If my mother is involved, nowhere good.
Then I'm betting it somehow involves Banner.
Let's do this! Suit up here!
Interesting tactic.
They're mine.
Regroup and focus! Taking the shot! It will all be over soon.
The sheer scope of Hydra's operations in this city are staggering, especially considering the number of heroes that take up residence here.
The greatest lie the devil ever told was convincing the world.
I fully intend to make this as miserable as possible for you. Fair warning.
You were too weak for this fight.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Better not be a Fire Dragoon lair. Hydra's been busy.
Whatever the hell they're doing down here. It smells wicked. Remind you of something?
The Sanctum. Back door?
Gonna say yes.
We serve our mother. We await the return of the Midnight Sun. We hate interlopers and their little brains.
I would have preferred the Fire Dragoon.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down. Fairly certain we found out how Hydra is getting the artifacts out of the Sanctum. I'm also fairly certain that I hate this guy. Let's see if we can't shut him up.
Come closer, little vampire. Feed our eternal hunger with your eternal blood. We shall feast upon your reign forever.
Can honestly say I've never heard that.
The light is on our side. You're stronger already.
Watch and learn, my friends. I'm skeptical of your chances, but stranger things have happened.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared.
Soon we eat.
How am I supposed to get this stuff out of my hair? That's not supposed to hurt.
On Beta, moving into position.
That door of his may be our best bet at getting through to the sanctum and finally taking the fight to Lilith.
Smells like fresh meat, surface meat, so much better than sewer meat. Sweet, sweet, surface meat.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll let us through if we just ask nicely.
Let me show you. Even we have our limits. First you die, then we eat. I think I swallowed a little. Gross.
Hydra would make a far easier meal than us, monster.
The meat is spoiled. Mother's blood makes them stronger. But some... too much gamma for our liking.
Well, that put me off my lunch.
Watch close.
That's the spirit.
Watch.
Impressive.
Come get it.
They're almost here. Hold position.
There is no end to Hydra's reinforcements, even down here in the sewers. Deal with them if they are in the way. But Venom is the priority.
Other food, especially when we are hungry.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
This should aid me in my fight.
Pain is angering. No pain. You are within our reach.
Never been punched by a fluid before. I think you got some on me. More warm bodies on the way.
This is too much effort for food. The Green Doctor will be here soon, and we are needed. We do not have time for stubborn meat.
There are so many things wrong with that sentence.
Including that he's still lively enough to save. Can we take him down already?
It cannot possibly match your strength.
Fragile, but not as fragile as you.
I knew that would work.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Hey, Van Helsing! If you're gonna do something, now's the time!
Hang on, Dracula. This one's gonna hurt!
Purge that monstrosity! No!
Return to me, child.
Must not heed the call.
You cannot escape our destiny.
I thought Venom's breath was bad.
It is.
Oh, you know I'm kidding, don't you, Charlie? How long was I out?
Days.
What happened?
Before or after you exploded.
The collar.
Still intact. Though, I'll admit, when Agatha and I first made it for you, we didn't anticipate the need to withstand alien energy.
Felt like more than that. As if...
Thankfully, the Venom creature didn't seem to like it either. Ran off through that gate of his, which is why Blade was able to get you home.
Next time, I will send that thing straight into the abyss.
Next time, there will be no next time. I know I've been pushing things hard. Pushing you.
That's what you do?
Maybe not on this one. At least until we find a way to counteract the volatile effect of these compounding alien and mystic energies. Which reminds me, Strange and Stark have been chomping at the bit to come see you. Which, of course, I would not allow.
Hope you were not too rough on them.
Me? Of course not. Though I can't speak for Charlie. Still, wouldn't hurt to show your face around here when you're ready. People are starting to worry.
Tell me about it.
And you are certain it will hold?
We wouldn't be standing here if I wasn't. You two focus on the creature. I will worry about the collar.
Haven't really seen Blade since he got back from the sewer.
Carrying Hunter home on his back.
He's still outside.
Being extra broody.
Maybe you should talk with him.
Good idea. I'll go with you if you like.
All I'm saying is the tower's lost. We're no closer to breaking through Slimerama's Sanctum Shield, and our exalted Chosen One just woke up and is listening to our every word. It's great to see you on your feet again, boss.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
Where is Blade?
Outside, I think. Perched by that mountain.
I'm sure I'm not the first person to inquire on this fine morning, but seeing as how you did explode in what I might describe as a most spectacular fashion, any side effects I should know about? Headache? Blurred vision? The urge to murder us all?
Something did happen that I would consider a side effect.
There's no need to be coy, Hunter. I've seen my fair share of embarrassing side effects. Unwanted hair growth, growing third eyes, uncontrollable flagellation. Nothing shocks me anymore, except for Tony's night terrors and chronic bedwetting. But in all seriousness, I hope you feel comfortable enough to disclose any medical conditions you may be experiencing now. We can't in good conscience send you back into battle against Hydra if you're not in tip-top condition.
My collar. I'm afraid the explosion cracked it.
Cracked? How big is this crack?
Minor. Almost undetectable.
A small fissure should not be a problem. Your color is made of tough stuff. Almost as tough as you. But if you see it expanding even a millimeter, you must, and I mean must, come to me immediately.
Absolutely. You have my word, Doctor.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Any burning philosophical questions about the universe you need answering?
How do you do it?
Do what?
Balance both light and dark magic without becoming overwhelmed with one or the other.
Yes, I am rather well-rounded in my magical gifts, aren't I? I suppose I see magic as a tool. I use magic, but it doesn't use me. Just remember, you don't need to go pure dark or pure light unless you want to. There is room for everyone's own unique path.
I should take my leave. There is much to do.
Yes, there is. Just don't push yourself too hard. You are, after all, still part human.
All I'm saying is that it's never a good thing when the prophesied savior of yore blows up. Glad to see you back on your feet again. Strange and I tried to stop by for a little house call while you were out, but turns out your dog is part flamethrower.
She is very protective.
That's one word for it. Listen, I know you're probably hearing all sorts of comments after your last tango with Venom. For what it's worth, we both just wanted to say that we don't think you should get within 50 light years of that thing until we sort out what the hell's going on between you two.
Now you sound like Caretaker.
No, if I was Caretaker, I would work in some life lesson about fighting a four-headed Wendigo while shooting fire from my eyes. I'm just stating the facts.
Which are?
That you and this monster don't mix very well. Seeing as how he seems to have swallowed half the city, I think we're gonna have to do something about that if we're gonna stop Lilith and save the world.
You have a point.
Look, Strange and I have been studying pieces of that symbiote ever since this nightmare began. Problem is, the further they get from the source, the more their molecular structure changes, which basically renders them useless to us. In zombie movie terms, I need a sample from Patient Zero. The old slimeball himself.
Venom.
Or Eddie, if you talk to Peter. Either way, that's our guy. We get a sample from him, somehow maintain its molecular integrity long enough for Strange and I to poke around at it, and, well, we're in business.
To do what exactly?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we could try and solve that you exploding when you fight him problem for starters, then go from there.
I like the sound of that.
Good. Calling it my symbiote sampler for now. Hey, I ran out of acronyms, okay? Stage 1 in stopping our symbiote nightmare once and for all. Meet me over by ye old anvil over there and we can get started. Oh, you're not afraid of needles, right?
Needles?
Forget I asked.
I'm quite pleased with these results.
Hey, Hunter. Sure thing. Get started. What can I say except you're welcome?
Have my undivided attention in this reality. Generations ago, these were quite the rage.
Find more coil, send it my way.
This should be useful.
Heard about
I have something for you.
a roll of quarters?
Components for shop class.
Alright, I guess that's comparable.
You walked away and Venom did not? Impressive.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Heard about the explosion. Glad you're okay. Yeah, something tells me it won't be the spontaneous combustion you'll encounter. I liked those colors before they were cool. corruption draining spells are notoriously tricky.
Think that...
Don't be shy! Hit me!
Back again.
An enhanced spell. Most welcome.
Fire burns bright.
All right, then.
We're missing something, Hunter. And the frustrating thing is it's happening right in front of us.
Where?
The Sanctum is filthy with Hydra. Too many of them. It wouldn't take many guards to secure the building. So the question is, what else are they doing in there?
Have you considered they are reinforcing the Sanctum in order to make it a stronghold?
Why focus on reinforcing one building when you can be taking other regions of the world? Something is about to happen there. I can feel it. And I'm telling you, Hunter, it's too important to ignore. It's vital that we get a sample from Venom. We have to get through that barrier.
Our list of problems continues to grow longer.
Well, we're not here for the easy stuff.
You gave us a scare.
Awesome! Thanks, Hunter!
Was that the... You're one tough cookie, Hunter. Biscotti level tough.
Biscotti?
Teeth-breaking Tony kind of cookie.
If only I was more teeth-breaking with Venom.
Yeah, not your best moment, but it wasn't a total bust. We learned that it takes more than an energy blast straight from hell to wipe you out.
True.
And that Blade? He's an asset.
Having a creature of darkness on our side is always smart. Especially since our battles are only going to take us closer and closer to the darkness.
Not a fun thought, but you're right. Outside the mission stuff, I gotta say, I had my doubts about Blade. The brooding vibe, the sunglasses indoors, his lack of preference between a Chicago style versus New York, which is just plain wrong. But the more I see him in action, the more I think he might be an okay dude.
You definitely left a mark on him as well. He is quite impressed with your capabilities.
Well, let him know. The feeling is 100% mutual. Happy to have him on the team. Anyway, I wanted to ask how you were, and it turned into a full-blown cooler talk. Better get back to work before the boss notices. Catch you later. Everything by the numbers. If we had some rookies, I'd say send them out for the experience. But I think we're past that.
Happy to help.
I'm just twiddling my thumbs here, Hunter. We need more. Stay out of trouble.
Caretaker, are you all right?
That's what I wanted to ask you. I know you're on your feet and seem fine after that explosion with Venom. But I know all too well from experience that sometimes the worst injuries are not visible to the naked eye. So, please tell me, Hunter, are you actually as fine as you seem this morning? Or should I be worried?
I will not lie. The experience still has me reeling.
It's no wonder, Hunter. That would be traumatic for anyone. People only care about physical injuries of such an encounter, but rarely pay a mind to the mental and emotional ones. You must take care of yourself, and come to me or Dr. Strange if you feel any after effects.
Will do.
And no hiding anything out of fear of being seen as weak, or making us worry. Fussing over you and go see what horrors Hydra has in store for us today. As you were, Hunter. Unlike the others, I don't find
I hear I owe you my thanks.
You know, when you were resurrected, I was sure you wouldn't be able to overcome the darkness inside you.
What do you think now?
I'm beginning to think I was right. You are your mother's kid, all right. No escaping that.
I know who my mother is, and I know what that means for me, but I assure you, I am working hard to resist her.
Just keep being as honest with yourself as you're being with me right now, Hunter, and you might just have a chance. Might.
Just what do you think you saw?
You're telling me you don't remember what happened after that blast? Because that was some messed up shit.
Tell me.
You were crying out for your mother. Calling out her name like a lost kid at a theme park, while all this crazy-ass dark energy was swirling around your body, almost taking it over. I was so sure you were about to fall that I didn't leave your side. Surprised you came to with the light still in your eyes.
I feel fortunate to have you looking out for me, Daywalker.
You and I, we share the same burden of bad, and that's some heavy shit to carry. I want you to know, you don't have to carry it alone.
I would appreciate you not sharing what you witnessed with the rest of the team.
I don't plan to. It's not mine to share. I'll leave that to you. Ready to work?
This'll make a difference.
I think we've got something for everyone. Do your thing.
Show them what happens when you mess with the Midnight Suns.
Got it, boss.
Mucho Got something on my face? What's up?
This shouldn't take long.
Everybody shoots that one then?
I bet you guys couldn't even beat the security guards in my parking garage.
I get to be the big spoon.
That was awesome.
Are we excited?
I'm not liable for any evil-related injuries?
Don't worry. checklist or anything, but so far, so good.
Here to help. You really got a one-track mind.
Step right up, step right.
That was something.
Here we go.
That'll work.
And still reigning World Heavyweight Champion, Iron Man.
So much worse. Don't mess with me. They haven't put up much of a fight, yet. Let's do it! Next time I won't go easy. Don't make the same mistake twice.
Bad luck!
I doubt they'll take that beating to heart, but we can always hope.
Gee, I better distribute my skill points.
You're looking well, Hunter.
What's shaking, Bacon? How's it going?
Hey, you.
Salutations.
Hey there.
The Abbey exudes a comfort. You know, it's really nice being in the Abbey.
I'm glad you think so. Is there something specifically?
The younger generation of heroes on the team give me much hope for the future.
They are a lively group. I have learned how to put a GIF into our text messaging because of them.
Careful. They'll debate with you on the proper pronunciation. What do you think of the newer generation?
I admire their ambition, but they have much to learn.
We all start somewhere. It's important for us to make space for them and allow them time to learn and grow.
That is true, but that kind of trust must be earned.
I think they've more than earned it. Remember, we all started somewhere. I had a fantastic time. Well done.
Here to gloat, Mother?
Quite the opposite. I was concerned. I could not sense you after...
Your pet monster nearly destroyed me.
An unintended and unforeseen consequence of your continued assault against me. The mystical energies within our blood do not always mix well with off-worlders. But neither do the wards of your pretentious sorcerer. There is a calculated but necessary risk.
Risk? I thought he was your precious child. Be careful, Mother. You are starting to sound like Sarah.
You misunderstand me. Loving such a creature is the risk. What I do, as I love all my children. In truth, I adore Venom for the weakness he exposed in Sarah's shackle.
My collar?
Every revolution of self starts with the tiniest of rifts. An ever so slight splinter in the glass. A hanging thread begging to be pulled until it unravels all. You should be celebrating. That crack is the beginning of your emancipation from my sister's control. She keeps you collared because she fears you. They all do. Sarah wants to hold you back from realizing your full potential, the way she tried to hold me back centuries ago.
I am my own being. Not Sarah's puppet, not yours.
Then prove it. Tear off your collar. Become your true self. My poor precious child. I wonder if you even could. Once you're unshackled, you will finally be free to be yourself.
And who is that? Answer me!